The Maths B paper, Jan 2008, paper 2 is, there are 10 to 11 questions and it is altogether 2 hours 30 minutes long. The first few questions are simple and they're paper 1 types. The first question is functions. So express the function fg in the form this. So composite function is f of gx, that is composite function. So we write f as a blank, so x squared minus 2. So here instead of x we put gx, so that would be x minus 4. So simplifying your answer, you have to simplify this. If you simplify this, it would be a minus b whole squared. So x squared minus 8x plus 16 minus 2, that would be x squared minus 8x plus 14, and the answer should be in this particular format. Therefore f g colon x arrow x squared minus 8x plus 14. Question number B is we have to solve an equation. To solve this particular equation, what we have to do is fgx is what we just found, so that is x squared minus 8x plus 14 equals to fx. Fx is x squared minus 2, so that would make this x squared and this x squared would cancel off, so we have minus 8x equals to, if we send this 14 to the other side, it would be minus 14 minus 2, that would be minus 16. Therefore x equals to 2. So this is question number A. So show that x minus 1 is a factor of this, so we write fx equals to x cubed minus 2x squared minus 11x plus 12 for, so if we divide this fx minus 1, so it should be f1, so f1 equals to 1 cubed minus 2 1 squared minus 11 into 1 plus 12, and this becomes 1 minus 2 minus 11 plus 12, that makes it minus 12 plus 12 equals to 0. Hence, since f1 equals to 0, so hence x minus 1 is a factor. Question number B, we have to factorize. In order to factorize, long division is the method for cubic factoring. So x minus 1 divided by x cubed minus 2x squared minus 11x plus 12. So the first thing, we have to match x cubed. So x into x squared, we get x cubed, minus 1 into x squared is minus x squared. Then we change the sign here. This is minus, this is plus. We can cancel this 2 off. So now the sign of x squared is plus. So plus x squared minus 2x squared is minus x squared minus 11x plus 12. Now we can write minus x. So x into minus x is minus x squared. Minus 1 into minus x is plus x. So sign change. This 2 cancels off and this becomes minus 12x plus 12. So if you write minus 12, it becomes x into minus 12 is minus 12x. Minus 1 into minus 12 is plus 12. We do change the sign and this thing cancels off. So now we can write that fx equals to x minus 1 and x squared minus x minus 12. So this is the linear part, this is the quadratic part. Now let's break this down further. So this is quadratic, we can break it down by middle term break. 12 ones are 12 and 12 can be broken down as 3 4s are 12. So minus 4x plus thrice x minus 12. So we can write x minus 1. X is, if we take x common, then we can write x minus 4. If we take 3 common, we can write x minus 4. So the factors become x minus 1, x minus 4 and x plus 3. Question number 3 is matrix. So find the inverse of this matrix. They've already given the rule of the inverse matrix. So the inverse of the matrix, so 5 minus 1 4 2, the inverse of this is equals to 1 by determinant. So it will be 1 by AD minus BC. So 5 2s are 10 minus 4 into minus 1 is minus 4, and this is going to be, the position has to be changed. So AD would become DA. So this would be 2 5 and the sign of this would be changed. So minus 1 would be plus 1, 4 would be minus 4. So if we simplify this, this would be 1 by 14, and this would be 2, 1, minus 4, 5. We can either keep it like this or we can multiply it. So let me just multiply this. So 1 by 14 into 2 is 2 by 14. 1 by 14 into 1 is 1 by 14. 1 by 14 into minus 4 is minus 4 by 14. 1 by 14 into 5 is 5 by 14. We can further simplify this as 1 by 7, 1 by 14, minus 2 by 7, 5 by 14. Now the next one is by using your answer, you have to solve this. For solving an equation using matrices, what you have to do is send this multiplication to the other side as an inverse. So it becomes like this: xy equals to 5 minus 1, 4, 2 inverse of the other one, which is 2, 1. So we already found that this is 1 by 7, 1 by 14, minus 2 by 7, 5 by 14. 2 by 1. Perhaps it's easier to simplify if you leave this at the end and multiply this later on. But since I have already multiplied this, let's continue this way. So when you multiply the row here, this row would become the column here. That's the rule for multiplication. So 1 by 7 into 2 would become 2 by 7, plus 1 by 14 into 1 would become 1 by 14. And since there is no other column here, so we end here. Then minus 2 by 7 into 2 is going to be minus 4 by 7, plus 5 by 14 into 1. Remember, the row here becomes the column here. So 5 by 14 into 1 is 5 by 14 if you do the calculation. So 2 by 7 plus 1 by 14 is going to be 2 by 7 plus 1 by 14. That is going to be 5 by 14. So this is 5 by 14. And the other one is minus 4 by 7. So minus 4 by 7 plus 5 by 14. So 5 by 14. That would be minus 3 by 14. So minus 3 by 14. That makes it the first row as the value of x and the second row as the value of y. So you can write it answer x equals to 5 by 14, y equals to minus 3 by 14. Question number 4 is geometry. The rules are for angles. So the first one, so this is a polygon with a regular pentagon, 5-sided figure. That means all the sides are equal. If all the sides are equal, so each of the angles are equal. So calculate each of the interior angles. So each interior angle is going to be 2 into number of sides. There are five sides. 2n minus 4 into 90 degree, that is sum of all the interior angles, that is this plus all of the angles together is that. Now each angle is going to be divided by number of sides. Number of sides is the number of angles, so each angle is going to be this divided by 5. So 2 5s are 10, and they have given the sum of the angles, 2n minus 4 into 90 degree. So 2 5s are 10, 10 minus 4 is 6, 6 into 90 is 540 divided by 5. So 540 divided by 5 is 108. So that is each angle. Question number B. Question number B, calculate the size of angle ABE. So this is ABE. So ABE, this is ABE. Now you know this is equal to this because it's a regular pentagon. So it's an isosceles triangle, and we know each of the angle is 108 degree. So that makes the base angles to be equal because it's an isosceles triangle. So you can write triangle ABE is isosceles because AB equals to AE. That means angle ABE equals to 180 minus 108, and it's going to be divided by 2. So that makes each of the angle 36. So this is question number B. Now question number C, we have to show that AEB, so AEB, this angle equals to CED. So CED is this angle. This is CED. So this is AEB, and this is BEC. So BEC is this angle. So we have to show that these three angles are equal. So first of all, we can easily show that this angle is equal to this angle because both are isosceles triangles. So we can write it like this. Since we just know this is 36, we know this is 36 because this is also 108. So we know these two angles are 36. So what about the third one? So we have to show that one. So this is going to be triangle ABE is isosceles because AB equals to AE. Therefore, angle AEB equals to 36 degree. So we have shown that because this is 108 degree. And similarly, the other triangle, this triangle is called CDE. So triangle CDE is also isosceles. That is because CD and DE are equal. So CD equals to DE. And that makes angle CED equals to 36 degree by the same rule, because this is 108 degrees, so the base angles has to be equal. So for that reason, now we have to show that angle BEC is also 36. So angle BEC equals to 108 degree is the angle of each interior angle. This entire angle is 108 degree. Now the other two is 36 and the other one is also 36. So 108 minus 36 is also 36. Hence, angle AEB equals to angle CED equals to angle BEC. So we have a cone and the head is cut off, so that we call this a frustum. So the base here is 2 and the base here is 5 and the height is 3. So this portion is 3. So this portion is 3 centimeters. This is the information that we have. And so DE is 2. So we have DE, this is 2. We have BC as 5. We have DB as 3. And we have to find the length of AD. So we know the rule for frustum. So question number A1. So AD. So we know that the height of the larger cone divided by the radius of the larger cone equals to the height of the smaller cone, this one, divided by the radius of the smaller cone. So we can write that as, if the height of the larger cone is this, is the height of the smaller cone h plus 3. So this would be h plus 3 and the radius is 5 equals to the height of the smaller cone is h and the radius is 2. So from here we can find AD, which is the height of the larger cone. So we can write, so by cross multiplying, we can write 2h plus 6 by multiplying this 2 with this equals to 5h. So therefore 6 equals to 3h. Therefore h equals to 2. So AD equals to 2 centimeter. So answer AD equals to 2 centimeters. So question number 2. So for question number 2 we have to find AB. So now AB is going to be the smaller height plus this length h. So we can write directly AB equals to h plus 3. H is 2. So 2 plus 3 is 5 centimeters. So that is AB. The next one is calculate the volume. So the volume of the frustum is going to be the volume of the entire cone subtract the volume of the smaller cone. So that would be question number B, volume equals to 1/3 pi. So the radius of the larger cone is 5. So 1/3 pi r square, and the height of the larger cone, which is found out, that is also 5. Subtract, we have 1/3 pi. The height of the radius of the smaller cone is 2, 1/3 pi r square, and the height of the smaller cone is also 2. So if we calculate this, this is going to be, by simplifying, so 1/3 pi 5 cubed or 125 minus 1/3 pi 2 cubed or 8. If we take 1/3 pi common, the calculation becomes easier. 125 minus 8 becomes 117. So that becomes 117. So we can just calculate this. 117 into pi divided by 3, that becomes 122.5. So that becomes 122.5. So 122.5 cm cubed. The answer has to be in three significant figures. The three significant figure would be 1 is significant, 2 is significant. This 2 now becomes 3. So 123 cm cubed. So the first question, grouped data is given, and notice there are no gaps in the data, and we have to draw a histogram. So the first thing to notice is that there are no gaps in the data. So the class boundaries would be the same. So it would be 10, it would be 20, it would be 35, it would be 50. If there were gaps in the data, we have to do continuity correction by giving a 0.5 correction. So 1 centimeter is this single square here is 1 centimeter. So 1 centimeter is 10 unit. So let's start the calculation. But before we can start the calculation, we have to calculate the height of the histogram, known as the frequency density. So frequency density, the formula is frequency density is equals to frequency divided by class width. So frequency is 9 divided by class width is upper boundary minus lower boundary. So since there is no gap, so it would be 10. Then this would be 8 divided by 20 minus 10 is 10. So this would be 10 divided by 35 minus 20 is going to be 15. So this would be 19 divided by 50 minus 35, that would be 15. Then we have 4, that would be 55 minus 50 is 5. Then 7 divided by 65 minus 55 is 10. Then we have 4, 80 minus 65 is 15. Then we have 1 divided by 100 minus 80 is 20. So the highest height that we need here is 1.27. So let's draw the histogram. So the x-axis is this. And let's label this age. This is the x-axis. And we need from 0 to 100, and every square is 1 centimeter. So 10 represents 1. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have enough. So if we give the y-axis, use a scale. Obviously, I'm not using a scale. So this is frequency density. So the frequency density label will always be frequency density. So let's put the label. So this is 0, this is 10. Okay, so if the highest frequency is 1.27 frequency density, so we can consider each point as 0.1. So 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 1, 1.1, 1.2. So let's draw the histograms. So the histogram is going to be, the first one is 0 to 10. 0 to 10 has a height of 0.9. So 0.9 means this. So this is the first one, 0 to 10. The next one is 10 to 20, and it has a height of 0.8. So 10 to 20 has a height of 0.8. The next one is 20 to 35, and it has a height of 0.67. So 20 to 35 is somewhere around here, and it is a height of 0.67. So 0.6. One little box is 2 units. So 1, 2, 3. So it's somewhere around here. This is roughly 0.67. The next one is 50 to 55. It is 1.27. So up after 35, 35 to 50. So 35 to 50, this is going to be the highest building, if we use the term. So 1.27, so that would mean 2, 3, 6, 7, somewhere around here. So that would be the next building. So 50 to 55 is 0.8. So 50 to 55 is this, and this is 0.8 again. So this is half 50 to 55. The next one is 55 to 65, and that is 0.7. So 55 to 65 is 0.7. The next one is 65 to 80. So 65 to 80, it has a height of 0.27. So this would be 0.2 and 7. 0.27, and finally we have 80 to 100, and that would be 0.05. So if this is 0.1, half of that is 0.05, and that is 1 to 100, and that's the histogram. So the next question is, write down the class interval in which the median lies. So the median position is the middle data when the data is ordered. So the data is already ordered. So question number B would be, this is question number A. So question number B would be, first of all, median position. If you add up all the data, then it turns out that there are altogether 62 data. So this would be 62 divided by 2th position, that would be 31st. And you remember that if there are even number of data, so there is nothing in the middle, so we have to take 2 positions. So 31st and 32nd data, that would be the median position. So the median class, since we don't have any data, it has to be the median class. So the median class is going to be, if we count it, 31st. So 9 plus 10 is 17. 17 plus 10 is 27. So 27. So 30 and 31st is going to be somewhere around here. So this should be the median class from 35 to 50. 35 to 50 is the median class. Now one thing need to be mentioned, this thing that this is greater than or equal to and this is less than, there's no equal to sign, it doesn't really make any difference. Class can also be written as from 0 to 10 or to 10 to 20. It can be written with a dash. It doesn't really matter whether there is equal to sign or there is no equal to sign. The next thing that we have to do is to find the estimate mean. Now since the data is grouped data, there is no exact data, so we find estimate mean, and estimate mean is found using the rule. So estimate mean equals to midpoint into frequency. So we add up all the midpoint into frequency divided by total frequency. So that is going to give us the estimate mean. So we can find the estimate mean. So estimate mean equals, now we know the sum of the frequency is 62. So now we have to find the midpoint. So let's calculate the midpoint. So this is going to be 0 plus 10. Midpoint is found using the rule of, if this portion is A and this portion is B, so midpoint is found A plus B divided by 2. That's how we find the midpoint. So the midpoint is going to be 0 plus 10 is 10 divided by 2 is 5. So 5 is the midpoint. So 5 is the midpoint. So 10 plus 20, 30. 30 by 2 is 15. So here 15 is the midpoint. So similarly, this is going to be 55 divided by 2, and that would make it 27.5, the midpoint. So this would be 27.5 is the midpoint. Then we have 35 plus 50. So 35 plus 50 is going to be 85. So that would be 42.5. So this would be 42.5. This is the midpoint. And then we have 50 plus 55 is 105. That divided by 2, that is going to be 52.5. So this would be 52.5. So that is the midpoint. Then we have 55 plus 65. That divided by 2 is going to be 60 is the midpoint. Then we have 65 plus 80. That divided by 2 is going to be 72.5. So that is the midpoint, 72.5. Then we have 80 plus 100. 80 plus 100 is 180. Divided by 2 is 90. So 180 divided by 2 is 90. So now we have to do the calculation. So it is going to be 5 into 9. So midpoint is 5. Frequency is, so 5 into 9. So 5 into 9 plus the next midpoint is 15. So 15 into 8. So 15 into 8 plus the next one is 27.5 into 10. So 27.5 into 10 plus the next midpoint is 42.5 into 19. So this is 42.5 into 19. The next midpoint is 52.5. So 52.5 into 4 plus the next midpoint is 60 into 7 plus the next one is 72.5 into 4 plus the next one is 90 into 1. So that is the calculation. Now let's do the entire calculation. 5 into 9 plus 15 into 8 plus 27.5 into 10 plus 42.5 into 19 plus 52.5 into 4 plus 60 into 7 plus 72.5 into 4 plus 90 into 1. That gives us 2257.5. 2257.5 divided by 62. So that comes divided by 62. That gives us 36.411. 36.411. So that is the estimate mean, but the question is we have to write down the answer in years and months. So 36, so estimate mean answer 36 years. Now what is 0.411? So let's calculate this. We have to calculate this in months. So 0.411 years, if you multiply it by 12, it can be converted to months. So that is 4.9 months. That means 5 months. So that would be 5 months.